Hello YouTube and welcome to How Not to Play, my new series where I show you how not to play a certain character. Now this series is not me going to be purposely misplaying a character for comedic effect. I'm going to be playing the character as I best know how to play them. I'm going to show you how I play them, and when I make mistakes, and trust me, there will be mistakes, I'm going to show you, tell you why it was a mistake and how I could have fixed that. Now, there will be mistakes that I don't understand that I made and may not catch, or that flew by me and I just didn't have the brain power to process it. I'm in no means a good player. I've just been playing this game long enough that I understand it fairly well. I'm not a bad player. I'm not a great player. I'm just an average player trying to impart some of my wisdom to you that I've gained over the years, so that way maybe you don't make the same mistakes I do and you can hopefully learn from them. Today we're going to be playing Arthas. Now, I'm not going to lie, I already did this video, and it was actually a really good video, minus mine. I was talking a little too fast. I realize that now. But I didn't have my video, or I didn't have my microphone unmuted, so it was completely dead. I thought about cheating and just making my own voice commentary over it, but I'm not going to do that as a shortcut to my very first official video. So here we are. I'm going to give you a brief breakdown of each character as we go along in this series. And by breakdown, I'm going to tell you what their talents do, so that way I don't have to tell you on the fly. And then as I'm playing, I'm going to pick the talents I would go with, explain why I pick it, and why I wouldn't pick certain other talents that you may see in a website that the website says you should pick. So, Arthas, he's a really good tank, but he's kind of fell out of the meta. Now, I should preface all this by saying, all these are just my opinions. None of these are facts, so take everything I say with a huge grain of salt. There may be pro players that disagree with my statements or whatever, or if you yourself are a really good player and you find yourself disagreeing with what I'm saying, first of all, why are you in my channel? But anyways, these are all my own opinions. So, Arthas, really good tank, but he's fallen out of the meta just because he falls by the wayside, but most of the tanks nowadays. He needs a rework. Maybe not a full and complete rework like Raynor got, but like an update, a tweak to his talents and everything. His death coil is really good, to be honest with you, you can cast it on an enemy to deal 164 damage, which is bleh, or you can self-cast it for I think that's like, what, 1.5 heal. Not that great, but it's okay. It's great for if they're running away and they have that much health, and you can cast it on them to secure the kill. That's good for that way. It's good for emergency heal, but I shouldn't say it's good for an emergency heal. It's decent. I panic self-heal with it a lot, but it's okay for a little bit of self-sustain. Let's put it that way. Howling Blast is great for locking down targets. It makes a small ring on the circle. I guess I shouldn't do it like that. Hey, gotcha. Anyways, or is it like that? I don't know, whatever. So, it puts a small AoE ring on the grounds that roots the target for 1.25 seconds and deals X amount of damage. X being, well, it says it right there on the screen, however, all these damage goes up as you level, so whatever. It roots them, which is really great and is fantastic if you're capable of rooting people. Which I guess goes without saying. His second ability is an AoE. This is where Arthas begins to shine. He has a AoE around him that deals 40 damage per second to nearby enemies and slows their movement speed by 10%, stacking up to 40%, and then it also slows their attack speed by 10%. Stacking up to 40%. So this is great against characters like Illidan, Twin Blades Varian, Artanis. Kerrigan's pretty decent. I'm trying to find other ones. Valera's okay. Sonya, and there's a fair amount of more heroes. The problem is that a lot of heroes nowadays have a lot of escapes out of his area of effect, and there's not so many that entirely focus on attack damage, but a little bit more on abilities. Now, again, Illidan and Twin Blades variant, yeah, that's gonna hurt. Like, I hate being in a quick match, and you see a enemy Arthas, and there's a Twin Blades variant comes up on your team, or a variant that goes Twin Blades against him, because you're pretty much just killing yourself on that. But whatever, it's quick match. That's why I played. You never know what's going to happen. Also, his trait. It's a secondary hit. So what you do is you walk up to an enemy, you hit him, and then you activate your D, and you automatically reset your attack. I'll give you a demonstration because I know I don't explain it well. I don't work good, and I don't brain good. But anyways, get used to that joke. I make it often, and I love it. It deals extra damage, and also it restores some of your mana. And Arthas is a hungry boy. Mana-hungry boy. He also has summoned Sindragosa, which is a pretty good talent. It slows enemy heroes, and it roots, I think, on initial? No, it's his upgraded one that roots heroes. But it also disables an entire lane. Well, not an entire lane, but a lane. It's pretty decent, but there's way better talents out there. And his other R is Army of the Dead. It makes what is it? How many ghouls? Oh, it doesn't even say how many. I think it's like 6 ghouls that deal a very small amount of DPS, and then you can sacrifice them to heal you. They're okay. It's more of just to help sustain yourself. So let's do this.
What's up? I'm Kevin from the Heroes Dev Team.
Okay, we find ourselves on Brax's Holdout.
Let's get started.
So let's see here. We have 1 melee and 2 potential melee, and those will never get close to me. So with that in mind, I'm going to go with Frost Presence to help lock down Nova, potentially Nova, primarily Kael'thas, and hopefully Anduin too. And maybe Greymane if we catch him running away. My personal thing is I love Eternal Hunger build. It's great, but to me personally, I have to have a minimum of 3 melee people, enemy 3 melee enemy melees in their team, because otherwise you just lose so much in the build. If the series goes off really well, maybe I'll make a video showing you how not to play the Eternal Hunger build. But what we're going to do is we're going to go Frost Presence, which makes my Frost Presence a whole lot better as I lock that, which will do great with Kael'thas. So we're going to put it right there, lock him down. We don't want to go too far up, because that Diablo is scary. He can push me into the towers, but it looks like we're getting picked right here. I'm pretty sure that's not the real Nova, but it is. I'm dead. I'm not. Yep, I'm dead.
Or make a quick escape.
I was hoping I'd have a little bit more follow-up on Nova. I was actually really surprised that was the real one. But see, that's what that separates me from good or pro players, specifically good, because I'm nowhere near pro. Is I make bad plays like that all the time.
You can see this hero, yes? Then kill me.
Yeah, we need to go. I should not be defending top against Kael'thas. I'm pretty sure he could wreck me. Well, we're gonna go for it anyways. Plus, I'd prefer to be bottom so I can try to get W built stacks. I would, since we have a Garrosh, I'd much prefer if I could have went my Eternal Hunger build. Just gonna root him so I can get the stack. I'm gonna walk out of that, and we're just gonna walk right over. Okay, so then 1 and 2. That was the trade I was talking about. With the Garrosh, I would really had hoped I could have gone an Eternal Hunger build, but the problem is that there's no melee, like I said. So I wouldn't have got stacks. We're going to drop that right on top of him. We're going to self-heal. Try to root him. See, I lose this fight against Kael'thas. I should be able to 1v1 him, but... I'm gonna try to get this up here, this regen glove up here. I'm gonna go. And Alarak! Good job. I'm gonna get out of that. We're gonna drop that right here. Get him from stop. I tried, Alak. I'm dead. Oh, I might not be dead. I might not be. Oh, fantastic. So we're gonna be back, even though they're gonna get the objective, and now I'm gonna pick up Frozen Wastes. What that does, well, let me go over the Frost Presence first. What Frost Presence does is that with that talent, with that quest, I'm gonna start moving that way. After I root 5 enemy heroes, its cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds, which is fucking fantastic. 10 heroes, its range is increased by 30%, also great. And 20, it roots heroes in its path. Like, that quest is just perfect all around. We're gonna drop that right there on top of that. Well, no, we're not gonna drop it on top of him, apparently. But I don't need to push up too far because those two alone, as you saw, Kael'thas would recommend alone as is. Okay, we need to get out. We're gonna self-heal with Q. And then we're gonna tippy-tap that well. That well right there. There we go. Then we're gonna self-heal again. We're gonna throw down that right there. I should have waited on using my trait, but I was too anxious. So what Frozen Waste does? Oh, that's my bad. So what my upgraded E does, I need to get out of here before Greymane shoves it up my B-hole. Fantastic. I'm gonna hit Q. Alright. What it does is it, first of all, most importantly to me, is it lowers the cooldown. Good pick. I need to get out before Kael'thas wrecks me. It lowers the mana cost, which Arthas is a hungry mana boy. I worded that wrong, but I don't word good. We've been over this. Mana hungry boy. But also on top of the decreased mana consumption, after 150 enemies are hit by it, the attack speed is further decreased. And I think the movement speed is too. I'm pretty sure this guy wins this trade. I was hoping I can get that Q off one more time. So I didn't get my level 7 talent. That was a huge deal. I was too busy trying to talk, and then if I had got my level 7, I might have won. So Rune Tap, I like that build. This one specifically for the Eternal Hunger build. Immortal Coil is great because it alleviates the biggest weakness of Immortal Coil, which is you can either choose self-heal or damage.
Talent time.
But Icebound Fortitude, if I'm not going the Eternal Hunger build, is best. You can activate it to gain 25 armor, which means you lose 25. You take 25% less damage. Ooh, I just want to bait this. That's all I want to do is just bait them. There's no point in baiting them, but I want them to know that I'm here, so that way they don't join bot. That's the biggest thing I'm running into. Which is great against these two characters, specifically Greymane. Whenever I see he pounces on me, I can activate my Icebound Fortitude and gain the extra armor. They're going to be right here, I guarantee it. But, yep. Once again, all I'm trying to do is bait them out of it. Bait them from going down bot. Pretty sure Greymane is right there. Yep. Additionally, what it does is on top of the armor is it makes it so stuns, durations, and durations of stuns, roots, and slows last 25%. Reduces the duration of them by 75%. See, I could talk. All right, we're gonna go back. Greymane is bot. I see his portrait right there. We can solo Kael'thas. Stun, root him, move up to slow him down, and we're gonna back up because those towers hurt. We're gonna drop that right there. Ooh, clever little fuck. Come on. Deactivate E. Come on. I wanted to hit one first, but yeah. I screwed that up. Yeah, and the reason I didn't go back was because I saw Greymane coming up. He would have wrecked me. So, I was expecting chat to start giving me shit about it, but whatever. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go pick up Ghouls. I'm not a big fan of Syndragosa. She is a good ult, but the problem is that, well, I mean, it'd be okay against this map. It'd be great to help with the lane push. Yeah, I'm gonna go Syndragosa. I talked myself into it. Oops. So it'd be great if we can win objectives. This wholly dependent on winning the objective. But if we get objective, I can throw down Syndragosa and our objective can move harder against their team. But it can also help like situations like this, where I get them slowed. Ooh, 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 come on. That was a good pick. That was good. That was a good combo. I feel pretty good about that. We're going to pick up that, and then we're going to go tippy-tap that well. Because I need mana, like I said. Arthas is a hungry mana boy. I got one more stack to go for my Frozen Waste. We're going to hit it right there. That's going to be the stack right there. I guarantee it. Called it. We're going to go to this hooker. Get her away from my team. Nope, that was her clone. That was her that moved away. That was the clone I started attacking. We have a little bit to go for Frozen Waste. We're going to put that right there to help stop the progression. Come on, guys. I dropped that for a reason. Of course, a Pyro Blast. Did he also go Convection Oven? No, he didn't. He went Verdant Spheres. That must be a new popular build. Because I'm seeing that whole more and more. I still don't know how this match is going to go. This can go either way. We've been doing some good plays, and they've been doing some good plays. Chat has been bitching at each other, but that's a quick match that's to be expected, unfortunately. I try to keep things either light, unless I'm drunk, in which case I freely talk smack.
Here we go again. The beacons are powering up.
There goes our Alarak. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go bot to help keep up with Soak. I'm not going to push forward because I see them, all four of them is there except for Kael'thas. I just want to be here to soak up this XP. Yeah, that's one of the biggest flaws about quick matches, that everyone turns on each other when shit starts going bad. And I understand it. It's a quick match.
The beacons are now online.
That's okay. Yeah, I'd love to, bro, but I am not a good laner. See, here comes Devils. I want to angle myself. Yes. I wanted to angle myself. Catch. We're going to follow up with the root. We're going to follow up with that root. Frozen Waste gets him. He's dead. We got him singled out pretty well. We're going to freeze him in place. We're going to follow up. Stick to him like this. Yes, get on that pad. Very good. We're going to freeze to make sure he stays in place. Cool. Good job, guys. And then we're going to go Shattered Armor. What this does is it reduces their armor every time I hit them. With that talent in this build, I only recommend that talent. I guess I should go over what it does first. What it does is whenever I land the W on them, the Paladin Blast, it lowers their armor by 15% for 4 seconds. Fantastic. However, if you're having trouble landing that, do not your W, do not pick it up. Yes, it's a really good talent, but it's much preferable. Get off of him, please. Get off of him, please. Very good on that. Get off of him, please. Oh man, this team is great. I love it. I'm gonna eat all of that for Kael'thas. I should have won a lot sooner. Okay, so several things that happened there. First of all, let me complete my thought. What was my thought? I can't remember my thought. Oh, if you can't do your, if you can't land your W's, either because the enemy team is highly mobile, or you just are having troubles with it because you're inexperienced, or for whatever reason, don't pick it. Pick another talent. There's other good ones, like Frost Strike is a really good option if you're doing the Eternal Hunger build. If you're having no problem sticking to someone, Frost Strike. It gives you 2 hits, or no, I'm sorry, it reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds. It also slows them. Great. Biting Cold is also a really good choice. Don't feel bad if you can't land it. But don't double down on not landing your stuff, or on double down on talents that aren't going to help you out if you're not landing your stuff. So several things that happen there, all of which I've completely forgotten because I was going over the W and everything. So I'm already failing my video, and I apologize most sincerely. But we're going to go top because we need to get that objective. She's gonna, yeah, we need to get top lane, our top objective. Primarily, my death was my own fault. I didn't hit 1, which would have gave me my extra armor when I should have. I forgot to activate it, and it killed me in the end. We're gonna drop that right there on top of him. We're gonna root him. We're gonna put 1 just to make sure we stick to him. We're gonna keep hitting him, and we're gonna dip out because Diablos is a scary motherfucker. We're going to root right here to make sure that they stay in place while I run away like a little girl with my tail between my legs. And because of that, we now got the objective. I pushed, I scared him off, and Devils had to scare me away. We're going to go with Remorseless Winter, which my AoE around me now has a chance of rooting them if they're in there long enough. We're going to push up a little further. And this is the whole reason I picked up Syndragosa. So that way it disables their building, and my objective can push a lot easier into it. This is no longer attacking our objective. So now they're taking a whole lot of increased damage, and that Devils is dead because I picked up that Howling Blast talent that lowered his armor. So this objective was both simultaneously damaging him and the fort. I'm feeling pretty good about this, but I'm dead. I'm going to hit the 1. I think I'm still dead. Yep. What I should have done is move toward Kel'Thuzad, but I didn't want him to take the damage. He's far more important than me at that point. So, I took the hit. That way he didn't take the hit. Because if he took the hit, yeah, I'd still be there, but I'd be backed out. They gained the XP, but he's at full health, so he's capable of doing it. Now, granted, he's really low on mana, so I don't know. I think in my mind it was a good idea, but other people may disagree with me. It's entirely possible. I think either option was a viable option. For my level 20, I'm going to probably pick up Anti-Magic Shield. No, I'm definitely going to. The reason I'm going to pick it up is because of Kael'thas. He's already Pyroblasted me once, which means he knows the cardinal rule of not using your Pyroblast on tanks. It's pretty dumb to use it on tanks. Only reason you want to use it is to secure a kill after all the primary targets have been killed. And what this will do is it'll make it completely immune, be completely immune to the damage, and I'll heal through it. So super awesome against a Pyroblast. Now it's very situational. I agree. There's better options, but not the best options. Arthas is kind of like I was discussing earlier. We're gonna take this. I'm not a great Arthas is bad laner and PvEer, but this damage is better than none at all. Let's get rid of that, and we're gonna grab this cat next. We're gonna scout this real quick, make sure. It would have been really dumb for them to try to get boss because we're 2 levels up, which I'm actually super impressed about considering we were, what, 2 levels down at one point? I know for sure at least 1 level down. But we've begun to turn this around.
Minor triumph, but an important one.
I've never heard, well, anyone's new, so I'm listening to his character chat speech. Chat speech? Yes, those are words that do not belong together. We could bait boss. It would be a good play, I think. Bait boss. Oh. It was dumb. But hopefully we can... There we go! They turned it around on me. We're going to hit one. We're going to walk up and hit a W into there. I'm going to run away because I don't want to spread Kael'thas' living bomb. We're going to throw that down. I probably shouldn't, but I want to make sure and hit them. Root them if possible. Yes. Let's get the boss now. Alright, so we're going anti-magic shield. That was a really good turn of events. I'm actually really surprised it worked out the way it did. We're gonna get out of that. We're gonna self-heal. As I said, I got the anti-magic shield. Every time I ever pick that up because of a Kael'thas or some other character who does a shit ton of burst damage, spell damage, they never use the ability ever again. But it's always a good thought. That's my biggest problem, is I always have good thoughts on these games, but in practice it doesn't work. I kind of wish I hadn't used Sindragosa, but I think it was a good play to use it. The reason I wish I hadn't had it is so I could walk up front, drop it on that lane right there, and help the boss push in, but it's okay. Just gonna knock this down a bit. Oh, we lost. We lost our top control beacon.
Take down their...
Do we want to... Okay, let's push core then. That's a better idea. See, this is also a thing that's about quick match. Alarak was talking about pinging core and attacking it. That's a great idea, but the problem is he's no longer joining in. We're going to hit one to help increase the damage. And we're going to follow up that route with my own route, and we're going to end it right there. End them. We're going to drop Sindragosa, and we're going to call it GG. Very good game. That was a great turnaround. Well done, all. Great turnaround.
Until next time, we'll see you in the Nexus.
I try to stay as positive as I possibly can to the fact where I won't chat if need be. I wasn't top 4. Last game I was top 4, but that's okay. I don't need that. I don't need it. I just prefer it. So that's Arthas. There's still plenty of things that I want to talk about with him. I won't, because this video is getting pretty long as is, and I don't want to flood you with too much information. Again, all of this is just in my opinion of the character. These are just do's and don'ts, or things to keep in mind if you decide to play Heroes of the Storm. Or leave a comment, and I can try to attempt to do a hungering build, Eternal Hunger build. It's very situational, but it's a fun build. It's just so much fun as an Arthas to walk up to people and then just beat the ever-loving crap out of them. And your damage will be almost comparable to some of the mid-level assassins and primary damage dealers. So much fun. I think that pretty much covers everything I really wanted to talk about. I hope you guys have a great day. Yeah. Take care.